Therapy Army. Here we go, here we go. Therapy Army. Here we go, here we go. What's going on, people? What's going on? Welcome to United Real Therapy, people. How are we doing? How are we doing? Big debate today, mate. Big debate. Big debate. We show how shattered we were in that second half today. Yesterday, we were absolutely shattered. Absolutely shatter-wattoed. People, how are we doing? We were shattered. We were gone yesterday, people. We were gone. So how are we feeling? How are you feeling, people? The debate is, can Man United sustain the Europa League challenge and a league finishing fourth in the league as well? Can they do that? Can we do both? Or is there going to become a time where we have to choose? Because at the moment, our squad, with the injuries that we've got, our squad can't cope, and we saw it yesterday. Second half was non-existent. And also, losing to, obviously, Real Sociedad really destroyed our season. Because if we would not have lost that game, we would have played maybe a couple of more youngsters and fringe players more than playing the same team, 11, same 11 almost Thursday, Sunday. But big up to every one of you. Big up Alicia. Alicia Sinkanova. Big up Georgie B. Martial or Rashford? Well, for me, Rashford is fit and firing at the moment. And yesterday he was our best attacker. He was our best attacker. At the moment, Martial, I'm frustrated with him. I'm frustrated. He's giving me that Louis Saha vibes, man. The man can't stay fit. And for me, you have to look at your own life. You have to look at what's going on in your life, why you can't be fit on a Thursday for Sunday. And I don't know. Anyway, here comes Saeed anyway. Big up Saeed. Saeed, how you doing?
No, what's happening, bro? You good?
Listen, most of you have not checked it. I'll go and check it out, man. We got into it, Martial and Rashford. We got into it about the injuries. Obviously, there's a lot of little lazy punditry stuff about Martial don't care, Martial looks lazy, or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But welcome to the big debate, people. Welcome to the big debate. Big up to every one of you. The question is simple. It's only one question and one question only, people. One question and one question only. Can Man United, with the injury problems we've got, with the unbalanced squad that we have, can we sustain a Europa League final charge and also finish in top 4 in the Premier League? Can we do it? How are you, Tom?
You right, Tom?
Evening, how we doing?
Are we in Spain? Canary Wharf, or are we in lovely hilly, sunny Sheffield? Where are we tonight?
I'm on the Tyne, lads. I'm on the Tyne.
He's on the Tyne.
On the Tyne.
He's on the Geordies. He's having drinks with the Geordies, people.
Got some brown ale.
Hey, Alfida St. Pet. Are you with the Alfida St. Pet crew? Those of you know. Those of you who know Alfida St. Pet, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, I think, answer your question. I think it just depends on what we do in January and recruitment in January, and whether Ten Hag is being able to give a new right back, get a new striker in. I think personally, let go of Ronaldo, get a new striker in, and possibly get one more midfielder in. If we can get them 3 positions covered, I think we could do both. I think we could, because then I think we've got a manager then who can, look at the squad and manage the squad, and then look at it game by game, month by month. It depends if we get this top 4 wrapped up, early, because sometimes, a team can fall off. And say Liverpool right now, if we can get a little gap, we can then take risk in certain competitions or whatnot and, look at it from there. But for now, I think it all depends on that January transfer window. If we don't spend, then by all means, you've got to probably focus on one. If not, then I think you've got to manage the 2, because I feel like for me, you go and get this. I think I want to finish as high as possible, but then I also want to win a European trophy, if you know what I mean. So this is where I'm at in terms of that situation.
Listen, you know what I think about the Europa League. Deep down, you all hate it. I'm just brave enough to come out and say it. That's the difference. Let me just get this super chat. Big up Hamza, by the way. Love. Nothing against people in Qatar. Love. But I'm not that impressed with the government. 6,000 people that died, man. They should be getting reparations before any World Cup begins. Big up HN Music, man. Martial's back, baby. He's coming at me, innit? Listen, By the way, guys, if you those of you who missed it, go and check out 122, 102,
202.
yeah,
202.
Straight Jacket podcast, where we got heated because me and Saeed about Martial. My frustration is clear. My frustration is clear. Louis Sahar, that's what I'm seeing. And Martial needs to sort his lifestyle out, mate. That's what he needs to sort out. We all know what happens in it. He needs to fight. He needs to fall in love again, so he can be more focused on being healthy and being fit. Because you know what, if Diego Dalot can do it, Martial can do it. Diego Dalot went to China to go and seek out some specialist help about his body and what was happening with the injuries that he was getting. Diego Dalot now is going around like he's Superman. He's going around like he's Superman. But Tom, how do you answer that one? Big up Tom, by the way.
Big up, man.
What was the question? Go on.
The question is the title of the show. Can Manchester United sustain playing in Europa and challenging for fourth at the same time?
If we're talking right now, well, not in a hope nose chance.
Listen to me. With the squad imbalance that we have, secondly, with the injuries that we have, and the burnout. Second half, the only thing what made me ask this question today is that it's been on my mind, but yesterday I saw the clear evidence of it. I saw players dead on their feet yesterday. Bruno, Casemiro, Saeed, the amount of times off the camera, Casemiro was touching his knees like he was about to pray tsunami. I'm telling you, he was doing that, touching his knees all the time like that, panting, looking around. And then Eriksen gassing out. Our midfield gassed out. I understand why Ten Hag wanted to bring the midfield to reinforce it, but even they look shattered. Fred and McTominay came on and they both look shattered. They look more tired than the players that came off for them. That's how bad it was. So
it's everything, isn't it? Yeah,
that's what I'm asking. That is what I'm asking. Big up HK, and Ollie played him into the ground. Martial will get fit and I'll work it out with him. Let's hope, brother. Let's hope and pray. Let's hope. We hope and pray. Big up for the super chats, bro. It says, if Martial stays fit, United will finish third, second. We will win the Europa League. If Martial stays healthy, well, we hope and pray. But go ahead, Tom.
Don't get us giddy. Don't get me giddy.
No, but
and you know, it doesn't take a lot for Saeed to get giddy, mate. It doesn't take a lot. Saeed's totally erased how bad we were in the second half because we got the 3 points.
Yeah.
He saw Luke Shaw doing what he should be doing, and Saeed was absolutely giddy, like dancing on cloud 9 yesterday. I came out of that stadium with all my nails. I bit every nail of mine in that last 20 minutes.
You know why I know it, though? It's because I just wanted them 3 points no matter what, because of how Liverpool dropped points and Chelsea dropped points. We play well.
Saeed, stop lying. You wanted a bowling tonight in the Super Big Six. You want to bowl in with your shades and go, yeah, where are you people? Where are you?
Because we've seen.
Don't worry, tell Chris, I'm coming for him, yeah? I'm coming for him. This supposed FA charge is being dropped now, yeah? If it's a United player, do you think it would have been dropped? No, it would not have been dropped. You see, tell Chris for me, Liverpool favoritism in the media and in the FA, mate. Man United get made example of, mate. Man United.
Well, if you want a fun fact, 22% of the FA rankings are held by positions of where from. Where do you think the people are from who held those positions? 22%.
Liverpool.
Who make up the FA? Yeah, the Scousers. 22% of the FA is made up of Scousers.
Yep, there you go.
There's facts. There's on statistics. You can Google it. You can go and do your research. It's there for all to see. But no, to answer the question and everything, in terms of if we're talking right now, not a cat in house chance, because I'm sorry, you don't have the drop off in quality with the midfield. Like there's levels. Absolutely, we spoke in the transfer market when we were getting linked with, and you go from players like Arnaut, like Sesko, to potentially getting Haaland before he went to City, all these kind of players, to Arnautovic. You then go from Frankie de Jong, Casemiro to Rabiot. Like we talk about drop off in quality in terms of our recruitment policy. You're looking in the squad, you go from Casemiro, Eriksen, Fernandes, who are all in their own right quality players on their day, to Fred and McTominay. And like we've always said, we are 1 or 2 injury crisis away from McFred back in that midfield. Same at the back. We are one player, which was Rafa Varane, away from Harry Beckenbauer. Over to Lindelof. This is the problem. There isn't any depth. There isn't any depth in this team at all. And the manager, I'm sorry, he can clearly see this. A coach and a manager knows when his players are physically done, and they need that time and they need that rest. Malacia, for example, with a burst and the games that he played, I think he played like 10 games in a row. Shouldn't get a sniff in any of the games in all competitions. And he's completely gassed out. So I'm not surprised that Shaw's played for the last 3-4 weeks. It doesn't shock me. You'll see it again soon with a lot of the other players. Like you said, Casemiro gassing out. He's hardly been here 5 minutes, and as soon as he's fully fit, you've played him basically every single match that you played him. You haven't had chances to rest any of these players because
intense games
they're so desperate.
Intense. And it's not even it's our playing style. With the playing style that we've got, where we press, where we run, where we're out running.
Press with the front three. This is what it was so uncoordinated. By the end, I think Ten Hag was like, you know what? If I tell them to press, we're going to lose every single bit of fluidity and our shape.
I don't think it's just fluid though, Saeed. I really don't. I don't. Yeah, go on.
HKN Music. It says, "Big up, thanks for the super chat, brother." He says, "Maguire just makes everyone an easy. Even Martinez misplacing passes because he's so easy, 100%." And listen, big up Khalees Romeri Lassie. Big up Khalees Romeri Lassie. Khalees made a very interesting point. He says, "If Donny and Garnacho and other squad players need to play, Donny, Garnacho and other squad players need to play, otherwise we will suffer 100%. Get the army, we know what it is." But let me just get to this. What he's just saying about Ten Hag. Ten Hag saying it's a strange season. It's unusual because there is a World Cup with also players who won't leave. So he's talking about the players won't leave. So let's just a bit. Ten Hag, we have to train during these 6 weeks and give them the right program to keep them in good physical condition. I don't want any of our players to go as well. I genuinely do not. I know I love Rashford, but I don't want him to go to World Cup. I'm asked about Man United, mate. Well, I care about Man United, not about England. Especially with Ole Gunnar Southgate. Ten Hag, we have to train them during the 6 weeks, give them a right program to keep them physically fit. Yeah, I'm talking about the same thing. Ten Hag during the World Cup will be training in Carrington for about for a week, 8 to 9 days. Then we will also take a short break. Then we will resume training to go to Spain for a couple. I think Cadiz. We're going to Cadiz to play against Cadiz in it. Big up Khalees Romeri Lassie says Ten Hag, there will be a train. We'll be able to train properly. We'll have good opponents, which will allow us to have a playing time. Then we'll come back ready for the second part of the season. So that's what he's talking about. So big up Hassan Yusuf. Big up Khalees Romeri Lassie, chief editor. Big up. Go ahead. Carry on, Tom. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You there, Tom? He'll be back, I think. Tom will be back.
I think we're talking about the style. I don't want to. For me, though, I just think for me, what Ten Hag wanted from the players, he couldn't get. Anthony, a lot of people underestimate what Anthony does in terms of pressing, giving us that kind of outlet on the right hand side to kind of like, because Bruno couldn't do it. Look how many times Zuma caught up to him in terms of pace. Bruno couldn't pass that give that kind of final ball. He was very, very poor yesterday, Bruno. And I think the front three were just not it. I think Ten Hag was looking at it thinking Anthony was a big miss, and that's why the way we were playing, it was very, very much ineffective, if you know what I mean. And we had to just sit back and absorb the pressure. That's all we could do. We had a few times when the ball went out and we tried to counterattack, but we couldn't make of it. Nothing. Like Rashford had a few opportunities, a few, certain situations we tried to do, but other than that, we couldn't do anything. So I don't blame it on that game. I generally don't blame. That's why I came out of the ground and I had a different perspective on that game to maybe Nuruddin. I have a different perspective.
Well, that second half for me, I was just like, "What the hell is going on here in that second half, man?" Because I don't care who's on the pitch, Saeed. I just go for it. I don't care who's.
Who was on our bench yesterday? Then name the bench players.
Sancho, Garnacho, Van der Beek.
Fred. Garnacho, Van der Beek. Fred.
Scott McTominay.
Sancho needs to get in shape. He needs those 6 weeks. Yeah, we need definitely. I don't know what's happened to him. Let me just get this other super chat. Do you notice Martinez ignoring Maguire in the first half? 100%. We all saw it. How did he want? He didn't want to pass the ball to him. Listen, he got so bad. Casemiro He started getting involved. Casemiro went back all the way to David De Gea and said, "Give me the ball, don't give it to Maguire," because he was so nervous, making the whole
video?
team nervous. But listen, we can't be too hard on him because it was his first game back. I can see it in his face now. If you see Maguire, if you see the footage, he's lost a lot of weight. He looks the trimmest I've ever seen him in, right? Ever. He looks a lot fitter, but he's very awkward playing on that right-hand side. And he come to a team that's played front foot football. We had to defend a little bit deeper because of him. Trust me, we did. We had to drop a little bit. And plus, we're tired. But big up, George Mendes knows that finding a solution for Ronaldo will be the best solution for both player and the club. But as it stands, there's no advanced negotiations with anyone. This is what he's talking about in terms of Ronaldo going, but we need Ronaldo to go. Official Man United will be playing the Liga side Cadiz in the 7th December, part of a week-long training camp in Spain. Yeah, big up, man. But honestly, 100%, we could see that. The nervousness in that back four, honestly, Tom, you can talk about it, but it's crazy. But who was there asked to play? You can ask Tenak play, though, because we are the only defender we had on the bench yesterday. This is the Man United, by the way, was Malacia.
I know.
It's crazy.
That's what I talk about in terms of the depth.
Can you imagine, man, if Maguire got injured, Malacia and Martinez centre-halves?
Oh, my days. He would have put Shaw probably there.
Listen, I think he would have put Diego Dalot as centre-half, Malacia.
No, Shaw. He would have put Shaw there. Because Shaw's played a centre-back a few times.
That would have been mad!
Hey?
That would have been mad, mate. Honestly. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, but come on. I don't get over slander with Martinez anyway, because I'm hearing so much shit from people, and we all know where it comes from. And from the one man who always had this allegiance and the biasness against one player, he's doing it now against, 2 or 3 different players at the football club. Malacia, for example, he's a good young player, but there's nothing there. He's got no hope for him. Casemiro, he's never been a great player. Lisandro Martinez, he's too small for the Premier League, and obviously the other. All these players, they've been written off already before they even got into this league. Before they even got here, they already got written off. But I hope, like I say, a lot of these people prove these people wrong. But like we said, in terms of improvement and stuff, we need, if we want to consistently run in terms of the Europa League, and you want to run in terms of the Premier League, they need to invest. Yeah. You do what Liverpool did with the Luis Diaz deal. When they was panicking, because Luis Diaz was a summer signing for Liverpool, but as soon as they got whiff that Tottenham were going to make a deal in January for him, they moved their plans forward for him, and they made sure that they got that player. Manchester United need to move their plans that they have from the summer. If that is to get a right back in, you have to get that right back in now. If that is to get a midfielder in, you have to get it in January. If that's to get the striker in, you have to get it in January. No case of the odds or the money. Forget about the money. Do you want to qualify for the Champions League or not? Whether it be through the front door in the Premier League or the back door in the Europa League, you've got to invest. These people need to invest. And if it means that it hampers our summer investment, we've got to do it. We have to make this top 4, because if we don't make the top 4, I know what everybody's going to say. It's a failed season. It's a write-off. Because you've put this major progression plan in place. You bought all these players in that you did. You spent 80 million on Antony, 50-odd million pounds Martinez, Malacia, Ericsson, Dubravka, who I've not even seen play a game hardly yet. Right? You bring all these different players in, and you get nothing for it at the end of it.
Tom, did you see what he said, though, yesterday? Ten Hag. He said that we need 2 fullbacks in every position. He almost said it out on Sky Sports. So United can't be see that interview and go against him, because if they do, I tell you what, man, you know what I mean? There'll be 10 hours. Will not mince his words again.
Well, this is one of the things, though, Said, and I know in that dressing room from the people that I speak to close to the football club, if those players are going to turn on anybody next, it's not going to be this manager, because they've done that with 3 or 4 different managers now. Some of these players, they've been here 6-7 years and they've seen it all. David De Gea is one of the prime examples in that dressing room. He's been here since Fergie. He's lasted here since all this way now, 10, 12 years nearly with the football club. He's seen it all. And he's one of those players in that dressing room who will look at it and think, how can it be the manager's fault? We've had a handful of managers, literally more than 5 managers now, and none of them have worked. The people that they're going to blame the directors. They'll call the scouting department out. They'll call the health and development
To be
department out.
fair, you know what? To be fair, Tom, our scouting department is really good, but nobody listens to them.
Nobody listens to them. This is the problem.
Nobody listens to them. Bankers make their own decisions. HKN says Palestri is better than Ilanga. Should be given a chance. I don't know why he's not getting a chance because he does play. He does play for Uruguay.
You've got to feel for him, man.
It's different. But Palestri, but Ilanga, I think in that first half he did really well. I think he did really well. I think it's a bit unfortunate.
I disagree.
Listen, when West Ham were pushing in a bit in that first half, he made some really good runs. But big up, bro, for the super chat. He says the quality of the Prem is overrated. It's just intensity. I feel players will need to adapt to. The overall quality isn't that great. Yeah, you could say that, but it is the most intense league to play in, the physical and intense league to play in. Big up, man. Listen, big up to every one of you.
And this is what the manager wants, Nordin. He wants that.
Hopefully Tom can come back. We need to get Tom in this debate because I really want to get it. Because for me, Saeed, there's going to be a time in the season where we have to make the choice. What do you think Erik ten Hag's going to choose? The Europa League or the league?
I think he's not going to choose. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but I don't think he'll be like
He has to choose. He has to choose.
No, but he won't choose now. I think it's
to be playing the same 11 players all of the time.
That's what I'm saying. We're not going to do it right now. We're going to wait until January. January will be the deciding point because then you've got no time to improve your squad until the end of the season. And then by then, it doesn't make any difference, does it? So at this minute right now, we should be able to get as many points as we can. I think for me, you've got to beat Villa and you've got to beat Aston Villa. Sorry, and Fulham. But then again, you've got in between there, you've got sandwiched in between there, you've got the Europa League game. It's not the end of the world if we don't beat Real Sociedad. I'm not going to lie to you, it's not the end of the world, but it would be beneficial if United topped that group and then we played a weaker team in the next round. And also, we don't have to play one more round. It makes a whole difference. But it comes down to that January period. You've got to go and spend that money. If you don't, then then you're giving a chance to Chelsea and Liverpool all of a sudden to catch you up because you've got a lack of depth.
Give me your percentages of getting in Man United spending money in January, Saeed.
I think it's around about 70%.
Listen, Saeed, that's an insult. You're insulting me. I never know anything. I hate that music. I hate everything about the Europa League. You should know better. That's an insult. You're on a yellow card.
You should be able to sing it though.
That's a yellow card right there.
If you don't want to win it, you don't want to sing it if you win it. You know what I mean?
No chance, mate. No, Saeed, you be celebrating. I don't celebrate Mickey Mouse trophies. That's the difference between me and you guys. I've never. This is Saeed. In my life, I have never celebrated a League Cup or a Europa League. Never in my life. Never have I got it. You know what I do? You know what I do? I usually go out for a meal, go and have a little bit of laugh. That's what I usually do.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to celebrate it. I'm going to be shameless. I'm going to be outside your house with the horns. And I'm going to be like, Europa League winners, Carabao Cup winners. I'm telling you.
Listen, now that you've told me, I won't be in, pal. I won't be in. Right. Big up, Usman. Usman Berg, we've not seen you for ages, brother. I hope you're well. Family's well. Big up, still waiting for the politics channel. Yes, honestly, me, Irfan, it's nearly finished the album. We're going to be together soon, I promise you. It's coming soon. We're just finding a way to shoot it. Just wondering, what club leagues outside of Manchester United do you keep up with and how? You know what? I like Serie A, innit? I grew up on Serie A, innit? Go Lazio!
Napoli, man. They're doing bits, man.
So I watch Napoli now and again. I watch the big games. I don't keep on them. I used to have a soft spot for AC Milan when I was a kid. Even before I knew Man United, I like AC Milan because I like Gullit, Van Basten, and Rijkaard when I was a kid in East Africa. I remember I had their poster. I read Ruud Gullit because he's got a similar name to the people my culture, where I'm from, Gullit, right? Everybody used to call him Gullit, right? Gullit. So I grew up with that. And in that, they used to show Italian football. And they also used to, on Fridays, which is Jum'ah, Muslim country, Fridays being the day of holiday, they used to show German football sometimes. So I would watch a bit of German football. So I knew there was Manchester, I knew there was Liverpool and that in England and stuff like that as a kid, but I wasn't into that. I came to Man United, big up my uncle, took me to Man United when I was 10 years old, 9 years old, I think it was. And then I never looked back ever since. I was addicted. But yeah, La Liga I watch. I never watched the French league, to be fair. I don't know nothing about the French league. I used to watch Bordeaux back in the day on Knots and that Bordeaux. I remember I remember Zinedine Zidane, Dugarry, and Joe Koyev all came out from the brilliant young players out of Bordeaux. So yeah, I remember George Weah. I like George Weah, so I used to watch Paris Saint-Germain sometimes. And another striker called Jean-Pierre Papin. So yeah, and both of them actually went to play for AC Milan, actually, which is a bit surreal. I don't know if Papin played for AC Milan or Inter Milan, one of them anyway. But so that's what I watch. German league, because I lived in Germany for a while. I watched that. I liked Schalke, and I went to a couple of their games. I also went to a couple of Cologne games as well. So yeah, that's my football in terms of what you watch. Saeed, you can answer this one.
Yeah, I think for me, like I said, growing up, Real Madrid was my team that I was watching. The great Juventus team, you know what I mean, the early 2000s as well. The AC Milan team of Kaká. But for me, it was Ronaldinho, man. I just used to watch Ronaldinho Barcelona, and just watching players rather than teams. Because when we were growing up, it was more players that stood out. You know what I mean? Now you've got systems and whatnot, whereas you kind of just followed certain players. If Zidane was playing one night, you'd follow him. So yeah, man, all over, man. We were watching like loads of football when we were kids, man. Now there's just too much football on, man. It's just too much in it to kind of follow up once.
Listen, 100%, man. For me, I like Deportivo La Coruña back in the day.
Oh,
all the Brazilians used to play for them, and they would do mitts. The Champions League back in the day was unbelievable. So big up, bro. Like Alicia says, Saeed thinks we're gonna spend money in January. Let's reminding you, Alicia is here. Dividends months, January, mate. Dividends months. Get to know. Big up Hassan Yusuf and Khalis from Medina Last.
You don't think we're going to
spend? Manchester United next priority in the winter transfer window to find a solution for Wan-Bissaka and to sign a right back. Yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. They didn't want to let him go. They didn't want to let him go, mate. They didn't want to let him go.
To get rid of Wan-Bissaka, man. I'll be honest.
Be more humble. So somebody's coming for me. Esther's coming for me. No, I don't. There's Mickey Mouse trophies. I rate the FA Cup. A lot of people, a lot of you guys think the FA Cup is a Mickey Mouse. No, I love the FA Cup. I love it. I get excited. I get nervous. Honestly, no word of a lie. I judge it by what games I get nervous. I never get nervous in a Europa League game. I never get nervous in a League Cup game. I never get nervous. Never. I remember Liverpool beat us. Michael Owen scored in the last few minutes to win it. I didn't feel anything. I would have been demoed. I would have been devastated. I didn't feel anything. Why didn't I only talk about it because I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel anything. Shameless, Saeed, say.
Nah, you know what it is? I'm just kind of like looking at it. I think, you know.
Anyway, but we've already got a trophy, Saeed. To me, the Europa League might as well be the Bangkok reigning champions, mate. That's the Bangkok Cup, mate. The Bangkok Cup, mate. To me, we've already got a trophy this season. Are you not happy with that already? No.
Nah, listen, man. We're proper trophies, man. Just listen. I think for me, I'm looking at United this season. I'm looking at Ten Hag, and I'm going to be watching how he takes cups seriously. If he doesn't, then I'm going to be a bit disappointed in Ten Hag. That's my kind of like, you know, where he looks at cups and what does he say afterwards. And I'm going to be looking at, because I want to go to Wembley. I want to have that feeling. I think it will unite the fan base in terms of winning. You know, winning something, because a lot of people haven't seen anything at the minute. Like, I've not seen trophies at this football club. Like, not many people were even there.
I'm not going to lie to you. I will rather, I know some people think it's building blocks, and some people can have that evidence, yeah, that to build blocks, you need to win cups and stuff like that. And I know a lot of people would say, if this was the Cup Winners' Cup, I would be rating it. I love the Cup Winners' Cup. I used to love the Cup Winners' Cup. That was Fergie's first trophy for me in my lifetime, watching United, supporting United. My first trophy was in this country, when I was in this country as a kid, first trophy United won was the Cup Winners' Cup. I remember I ran home from Claremont. Ran home, mate. Ran home to see Hughesy, to see Mark Hughes, and to see Brucey. And I think it was Stoichkov who scored. Fergie against Johan Cruyff, mate, in Rotterdam.
Yep.
Right? So there's my memory for you, yeah? So it is what it is. Like, I personally, NJ's taking the piss, people. Like, Liverpool need Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Bro,
United fan, the fan base will be mad.
Listen, I don't think anyone will be mad. I think everyone will be open arms, be selling Wan-Bissaka. Nothing against the guy as well, man. I just think for me, it's just not worked out for him at United. Started off great, but again, I think he took his place for granted, and then all of a sudden he got caught out. He got exposed, like Maguire got exposed. Like a lot of players got exposed just at the highest level, just couldn't do it. It's as simple as that, people. So with Wan-Bissaka, it's his time to go, man. We're not going to get the most craziest amount of money for him. Probably thinking we'll get about 15 million. So it's gonna be an interesting one, man. But we need a right back. Go and get that guy for me that plays for Bayer Leverkusen, Frimpong. Someone like that. You know what I mean? People are saying Max Aarons. That's a possibility. But I'd go and get that Frimpong at Bayer Leverkusen. That would be for me the one that I think could work out in this Erik ten Hag system. My own opinion.
The best player to get for me is that Gusto kid from Lyon. Honestly, he's incredible attacking, and we need attacking further. We need somebody who can go to the byline and set up goals.
Yeah,
I don't know if any of you know about that guy, but Gusto for Lyon is an unbelievable player. Last season, especially, he was an unbelievable player. Big up Alicia Sinkanova. I think he was either Romy Moses or Fifth Anderson was the first black player to play for Man United, I think. So big up Sinkanova. Fifth Anderson was a legend, mate. Legend. I think he's a twice European Cup winner, isn't he, with Nottingham Forest? He was in that team. Nuruddin, do you think that we would be good for them to win the Euros since these players have not won anything in the majority of them? Yeah, I understand the need for trophy, but I hate everything about the Europa League. I hate Thursday, Sunday. I want to chill sometimes on a Sunday, and I want to chill on Thursday. I want to watch. I want to compete against Champions League teams. I know we're not good enough. If we're not good enough for Champions League, then we just don't play and we give time on the training ground.
We'll never do that. We'll never pull down.
Listen, we give time on the training ground for the manager to work out tactics, and then we'll be more fresher for league games. Remember Chelsea won the league title. Remember that time after Jose got sacked the season after. They didn't have any Europe. They focused on the league. They won it. Look at Newcastle now. They're not in no Europa.
Bro, they're thriving, from one game a week, bro.
Exactly.
Like, they are thriving, man.
Especially this season, when Erik ten Hag is new and he needs to get his ideas across even more. He needs time in the training ground and to plan for games. Not what we saw yesterday in that second half, because it was criminal. I agree with you on the principle, Natalie, yes. But not this. Not this.
You know what it is? Like I said, I think the closer you'll get to winning it, I think the idea right now, I'll be honest with you, I've not gone to the home games because the idea right now doesn't excite me, the Europa League. But once we get into the knockout conversations and we start going into the latter months, go into March, April, May, that's when I think a lot of people will think differently about the Europa League. And then you could be like, you know what? It's achievable, it's winnable. But it also depends on what we're doing in this Premier League, man. I can't lie to you that I think there's a good chance that United finish in this top four regardless of the Europa League. You know what I mean? I think there's a big chance.
Well, I think if they were not in the Europa League, I think there would be a chance. I think there would be a chance.
You don't think that Liverpool are that poor this season? You don't think that Chelsea are still figuring out what they need to do? You don't think Tottenham's attainable to catch? I think I'm not looking at Arsenal and Man City for now, because I feel like Arsenal now are starting to gather momentum. We'll see when their drop-off is, but the other two positions in there, in terms of third and fourth, the United could easily catch them.
That's why it frustrates me. It really frustrates me, because if we should have beaten Newcastle at home.
I know.
And for me, in our first half performance, we should have beaten Chelsea. We'll be 2 points behind City now.
Crazy. And that's all it takes, you know what I mean? And this is why it's so frustrating. So I think for me, third and fourth is still not out of reach for United. I genuinely mean that. I think we could actually get third and fourth if...
to me, I genuinely think, Saeed, with Europa League distractions and the other Mickey Mouse Cup, the League Cup distractions, I think United are going to struggle because these injuries and burnouts are going to come, bro. And you think they're going to spend in January. I genuinely do not think they're going to spend in January. And I think Erik ten Hag might walk as well. I know that you might think, he might walk. Big up there, the mixed bag name, man. That my brother, he goes, Patty Gold was my nickname growing up. That's my guy, you know, Gabriel Batistuta. He's a big Fiorentina fan then, yeah? Is that what you were? You remember when he went to Roma and they won the league?
Yeah.
FA Cup is the special and prestigious. Of course it is. It's the oldest cup competition in the world. And we played against a team, a friendly against a team who played in the university, who played in the FA Cup. So it starts from the bottom. You know when the FA Cup starts? As soon as it ends, it starts. The next year's FA Cup starts. Where teams start playing them. So it's, to me, one of the best cups. Some of the best trophies Man United have won for me has been FA Cup Day, mate. Beautiful. Official. Man Utd playing the league aside Cadiz on the 7th December, You got that. Big up, man. Big up to every one of you, man, who subscribe to the channel. If you're not already subscribed, please smash a like. We've had all
at least it's some content. We can watch a bit of United while the World Cup's on, you know what I mean? There's something there. You know what I mean? We can watch a bit of watch along, you know what I mean? We can do a bit of something.
But that's the World Cup ends, innit? The World Cup is about to end, innit? It's mad, Saeed, honestly. Are you looking forward to this World Cup genuinely? Are you guys looking forward to this World Cup?
I am. I can't lie to you. Obviously, you know, we have to still think about the atrocity of what's happened and the corruption and everything like that.
They've got the money. They've got the money to pay the families, just reparations for the deaths of those people.
I know.
And Gary never let me down big time, man. He let me down.
I know. Hypocrite, man. Hypocrite.
Soul, man.
This is the world, man. Money talks.
You don't need that money. The thing about it, you don't need that money. You don't need that money, man.
Yeah, but it's only him, though. Only Beckham as well. Beckham, you know what I mean?
Beckham. Listen, Beckham's a sellout from day one anyway. Come on now.
Well, there you go. Beckham as well, man.
Yo, Beckham, did you not hear about that story about Beckham when he's somebody tapped his phone in it, right? He basically, this is a couple of years back, it's hella embarrassing, man, a couple of years ago, David Beckham was the ambassador. He was a UNICEF ambassador, David Beckham, and he promised the money. Him and his PR team promised the money. But then when the United Nations were like, hey, you're going to donate 2 million, like you said, or whatever, David Beckham on the phone writing emails and text messages telling his PR people, that's my money. I'm not giving them anything on my money. Ralph's like, yo.
When did he say that? Did he actually say that? Yeah.
He said that, bro. He said that. That. Trust me, man. Honestly, he said that. It is mad what they to me, David Beckham and these stars, you know, when they get involved with charity, they do it for brand. They don't do it for real because in their heart. They do it to look good, mate.
They just do it just to kind of like be like, yo.
David Beckham is a gunner, mate. He's a gunner already, man. He's a footballer, club legend, but he's a gunner. The club won't sell Donny in January because he won't be replaced. Oh my God, Donny, free fucking Donny, mate. I'm telling you, Saeed. Honestly, Saeed, have you guys? I'm gonna ask you in the comments here now.
I've kind of like.
Listen, you know what? We're gonna turn this second part because Tom's not here because I wanted to have a debate. I don't know what's happened to Tom, but I hope he's doing well. Wherever it is, he's in the northeast, innit?
I've given up on Donny, man. In terms of like, I feel drained about speaking about it.
Let me lay it out, then you can come in. I've got a couple of questions for you. Have you ever known a player to sign for Man United for over 40-odd million and never to get 4 games in a row?
Nope.
Have you ever known a player that's so much liked by the fan base, so much supported, such an absolutely humble being to be disgracefully treated all of this time like this?
No.
Man United have to, I'm telling you now, I'm starting my campaign when it comes to January. Free Donny van der Beek. Free Donny van der Beek. Saeed, how can we destroy that young man's career? 2 seasons and a half now in counting. Football career is short. I think he's 24 now. He's about 24.
25.
3 years of his career gone, almost.
Yeah, he came in when he was 22. I think for me, unfortunate circumstances coming in lockdown.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, mate. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. How can he do that?
Yeah, I know. Didn't get. You know what it is though? I think the first year killed him. If the fans were there, I think Donny van der Beek would have played a little bit more because then the fans would have been like, get Donny on and Donny van der Beek. You know what I mean? It would have been more pressure for Ole to play him. The fact that he came in COVID year, you know what I mean, I think it's a big detriment to him as well in terms of obviously like confidence wise. He lost that confidence, and then the second year came in. I think the second year, was it lockdown or was it still again? Did we play? Was it the first season he was in lockdown or did he come in the second season? Was the first season 2020 came in, innit?
Yeah.
So
2020.
he played in the whole season in lockdown, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, like I said, then the second season after that, we bought in Ronaldo, and then obviously everyone, then the focus was on Ronaldo, and everyone forgot about Donny van der Beek. Then he went to Everton, didn't work out there.
Now he played a couple of games. He played more consistent games. I think he played 3 games and then got injured. And then this season, when we needed him, he gets injured, and that's just the biggest unluckiness. Him, and what's the other kid that we sold to Everton? Both of them got injured.
Yeah. Ghana.
Listen, Muhammad Ali 88. Listen, I need you to explain why you think we're not hitting 60 points.
What?
He thinks we're not getting 60 points. Listen, can't write Donny until the end of the season. Plenty of games. We will get time. Okay, you think that. I just think he's cursed. I think this kid is cursed at Man United. Dean Simon, Saeed called Rashford washed, finished. Disrespect. Listen,
for me though,
like me,
that's over Feelings though. I said I was right though. When he was
he called it as he saw it. He called it as he saw it there and then.
I called it as I saw it. It wasn't a case of any agenda. Rashford was poor.
Yeah.
More credit needs to be given to the manager, I think, first and foremost, for reviving his career.
Yeah.
We played Dalot, this guy. You're looking at other players in there that are looking better under the manager. It comes down to management, man.
Yeah, fair point. Nick Van Dam says the style of play doesn't fit Donny yet. He's a give and go player. At the moment, our team can't do it. Well, if he was fit for Chelsea, I think he could have done something because we played really good against Chelsea in that first half. He's the perfect guy to make the runs into the box because most of our inverted wingers are scared of going into the box, except for Elanga yesterday, and that's why he's making runs. But yeah, and then against Spurs, he would have banged goals. I'm telling you now, Donny van der Beek would have banged goals. He's a cool, calm finisher. You never hear fans chant Donny to come on. You hear Donny van der Beek's song, but only when he's warming up. Listen, at the end of the day, I really want Donny just to leave this football club. It's cursed. It started off on a bad foot. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer didn't want him at this football club. He wanted Grealish. He didn't get Grealish, so he had to pretend that he wanted Donny. And then when you get bought and a manager don't fancy you straight away without even giving you a chance, it's just shocking.
Exactly. So I think for me, all in all, I can't lie to you. It's one of them, man. Let these players prove us wrong. I think for me, have you seen me come out and say when anyone's had a bad performance, oh, this player is still rubbish? I'm not doing that this year. I'm gonna still believe in the manager. I'm gonna believe in the players, and we're gonna go from there. You're not gonna see me just slander players for no reason now. I'm just gonna wait until I see more consistency, and then when we see it in the season, that's why I'm not going in a Rashford. Sancho. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, why do you not have energy for Sancho?" Because I'm like, give him a time with the manager, let him build with the manager, man. What do people want?
Yo, big up. Listen. Donny was done dirty. Yeah, big up Rashid, by the way. Big up Saeed Nuruddin. Yeah, man. Love, brothers, man. Love. Mad in this dunya, innit? It's mad. Love to my bro. Listen, it's a disgrace how we treated. No player should be treated like that again. It is honestly. When I tell people that, people are like, but he's still getting paid. I'm like, honestly, if I was a young player, I'd be worried for signing for Man United because this can easily happen again. Like even look at Palestri, he's not getting a chance now. He's not getting a chance. Man United, you don't get a chance. Look, all the indecisions that were made. Look at the Diallo, Ahmed Diallo. No manager fancies him either. Like even
I forgot about him. I'll be honest. I need to watch.
It's madness. It's madness.
Is he doing well for Sunderland at the minute?
He scored one of the goals. Apparently, he scored a good goal, but he's got a manager that's quite attacking, and apparently the manager's saying he needs to work hard. He needs to do a lot more.
Sunderland's draw, apparently liability when it comes under pressure. He said Sunderland said Amad Diallo's a liability when the team comes under pressure. That's what the manager said about him. So I don't know what he's trying to say there. But then he's apparently praising Amad Diallo after his intense performance against Luton. And that was only a day ago. But then apparently saying that he's a liability. I don't know. So
yeah, man. Listen, big up, man. Heartbreak for Pogba, man. Pogba will miss the Qatar World Cup due to injury confirmed by his agent. Yeah. It's a big thing for Pogba, man. Pogba played every single official game with Juventus since he signed contract last July. Has not played. Yeah, I know he's been injured.
That's
This
crazy.
season we believe. Well, no, listen, he's got to sort out the thing with his brother yet. This season we believe more in manager than some of our players. This year is a group effort. It's never one man show. The spirits are up. I don't know what you're on, Clan, but
Look at
I'm
Steve
not.
H's comment. Steve H comment there.
Yeah, big up Steve H. Yeah, I live near Sunderland, lads, and he's getting a game at the moment because Ross Stewart is injured. Showed some promise recently. No way near good enough for Man United. 35 mil. I don't know about that. I think it's about who you play with, and we remember the Milan game during the lockdown, innit?
Has he got a future at Man United? Be honest.
I genuinely do think in the system, I think he needs to bulk up a little bit, get stronger. But it's about him, innit? It's up to him. What type of career he has is up to him, bro. He has.
Yeah, well, this is for every player though. But I think with Anthony there and with, I think he could be a backup. And then I don't know, man. I just don't know why did we buy him for? Like for his career, yeah, he should have stayed at Atlanta and been under that manager.
He'd be playing now. He'd be playing.
Gasperini, man. He'd be like sometimes players, yeah, they move for the sake of moving because it's a dream club, but they don't really understand that what you're doing to your career, you're damaging your career, man. Stay where you are.
I want him to leave. Yeah, I want him to leave, Rashid. But yeah, sorry, carry on.
But you know what I mean, though. Amad Diallo should have stayed at Atalanta and just developed, rather than 100%. Coming to a manager who. It was a dream club. It's one of them clubs where he just looked at Man United for what it was rather than what it is.
To me, it was Ollie scrambling, innit? Try to save his bacon, mate. Save himself, innit? At that moment, he was firing out of control. Lukaku's also injured. Lukaku out of the World Cup as well. No, Lukaku came back the other day.
No, but he's out the
other day and played. Listen, guys. Is he? Okay.
Yeah, he's out injured again there.
Right. Listen, let's get into it, people, right? I want you to get in the comments. Can Man United sustain playing in Europe and challenging for fourth at the same time? With the squad where it is, with our injuries that we have, with the intensity amount of games that are packed in together before the World Cup and after the World Cup, do you think we can happen? Yes or no? Get in the comments, people. Let me count the votes. Yes, we can sustain Europa League challenge, and no, and Europa League challenge and fourth. No, and yes or no? Let me know, people. Let me know. Let me know, because we need to let Saeed go, because he needs to go and get ready for his top 6 show, innit? Are you doing top 6 tonight?
No, I've got to show his stat man before that, and then I got a big 6.
Okay. So people are saying no way, Jose. No, we can't. Okay, my next question
January, people, man. January, man. Wait.
Okay, that's my next question. In the comments, people, can you tell me, is Man United gonna spend money in January? Yes or no?
I think we are.
Saeed, where are you getting this? Did somebody give you inside track news, Saeed? What's going on?
In what?
Somebody gave you some information that some inside information that United are going to spend money.
No. Honestly, like I've not heard anything. You know what I mean in terms of what's been said, but I just think United, the way Ten Hag spoke yesterday in his interview, and the way he was like adamant that we need to bolster the squad in terms of getting like depth. Like he wants 2 positions, every position. He wants 2 good players in that position. So you know what I mean. I think we'll buy 2 players in the January, or possibly 3. But I'm thinking minimum we'll buy 2. I think so.
Okay. Well, people, it's been an absolute pleasure. Saeed, let them know where they can find you, bro, innit?
Yeah, man. Saeed TV. Make sure you go check it out. The latest.
What time are you doing your show? If you want more football chat from Saeed, what time are you doing your show with Baines?
Now probably in about next 10-15 minutes. I think we.
Okay, Saeed's going to be live. Saeed's going to be live in about 10-15 minutes. So go and check him out, people.
And then Big 6 later on, 9 o'clock.
Saeed's there with collecting the 3 points in it.
3-point collectors, man. We're here, man. We're here. You know what I'm saying? So big up to everybody.
That second half performance was worrying. It gave me the Ollie vibes, you know, Saeed. Don't tell me he didn't give you the Ollie vibes.
Listen, Ollie vibes is the fact that we weren't resilient enough and we get turned over. That's what Ollie vibes were. This Ten Hag vibe is resilience, and it's also players defending for the manager. I didn't see that under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I'm sorry. I never seen once Shaw defending for the manager. I never see once this Dalot or whatever fighting for every lost call. I didn't see it. Now I see it.
Saeed, Natalie's saying that you've been hanging around with saying Miasi smoking some of that shisha, bro. Yeah, that's what she's
Is that
saying.
the Natalie that we know? The one that is that the Natalie, same Natalie, or is it different Natalie?
Yeah, Pogba got injured. He got injured. He's basically ruled out the World Cup, the mix. Check out breaking news, bro.
Yeah.
We'll spend a little bit, rattle the Glazers again. We'll spend, if the fans, it's facts, it's absolute facts. Man United can't sustain this, brother, but only if we sign players in January. We don't, if we don't, then there's no way we can sustain it. There we go. But big up to every one of you. Love and like. Make sure you go and check out people. They got heated about Martial and Rashford injury debate. It got heated, people. They got heated. Saeed TV across all social media, people. Go and check out 202 Straight Jacket podcast. Make sure you give the video a like. Subscribe to Saeed TV. Road to 100K on here. We're road to 10K, people. So please subscribe, like, share. Make sure you get on the notification bell so it lets you know when we're live. Innit? Big up. So Saeed, are you live on his channel? Yeah, you're live.
Yeah. Amazing. Yeah.
Starman Bain still doing this. He's still in running his backside as well.
He's more giddy than me. He's saying we could probably win the title, he said.
Saeed, listen, I say it, Miasi. The question, listen, is Statman Baines left Ronaldo's backside, or is he still up there? Like,
nah, he's creeping out. He's creeping out.
Is he creeping out? Is he coming out? Is he creeping out? Yeah. Is he coming out for the sunshine? Listen, is he on day release? Is he on a day release? Yeah. Is he on a day release?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, he's not on tag that yo. Let me know when he's on tag, innit? Yeah.
I will.
Let me know when he's on tag, mate. The people don't know. You don't know, man. Go and check out.
Pick up Leslie as well. She's gone on holiday for 2 weeks, so she's.
Go on, Leslie!
By the way, she was like you, man.
Leslie.
She weren't happy with that second half. She was a bit like relief, so she was like you that second half. She weren't happy, man. You should have seen when Bruno gave the ball away. She went, Bruno, you effing bloody idiot! Like. Honestly, when Bruno gave that ball away, she wasn't happy, man.
You see, Leslie is the woman of my own heart, mate. She is absolutely, she's an old-timer, mate, like me, mate. We know what the standards are, Saeed. Not you, like, guys, accepting every little thing. We know
you like just running around, so
we know what the standards are, mate. We know what the big up, Leslie. Listen, and happy birthday to Marcus Rashford, man. 25 today, 100th goal for Man United on the weekend. Remarkable of all the trials and tribulations he's been through and Martial have been through. No coaching for the past 6 years. Zero coaching for the past 6 years. And despite that, despite broken back, despite broken shoulder, despite swollen ankles, he put Man United shirt on. That's why I never neglected him and I always stand up for him. I criticize his performance. I would say when he's not good enough. He was part of the cowardly crew that walked around that pitch and he's still not in my good books. But I look at the bigger picture and think, big up Rashford, man. You know what? A lot of people who hate on him, just remember, if it wasn't without him, your kids won't be getting fed in school. Win, lose, draw, Glazers out, bankers out. Everything in our football club goes back to them. And I'm telling you now, Ten Hag, you love so much, he might walk. Trust me. Smash a like on your video on the way out, people. And we'll see you tomorrow night for the debate. Saeed, if you're want to get involved, 10:30, we're doing a debate. If you want to come and make an appearance.
Okay.
The debate is
your
top 5 players.
I'll see if I'm around. Yeah.
The debate tomorrow night, people, is top 5 players of all time. Irfan's, Mundo's, Tom's, mine's, and then the best ever World Cup goal you ever saw. The best ever World Cup goal in your mind. For me, it's easy. Diego Maradona's goal in '86 against England. Best ever World Cup goal I ever saw. But we lose or draw. Glazers out.
Bankers out.